It's November 27th. I meant to do an update last night, but where I camped, the internet reception was not so great. So anyways, yeah, November 27th, I'm actually at Deer Lake. But I'm going to backtrack, obviously, to my last update. As you can see, I'm indoors. I'm actually at a Irving Big Stop. I was able to grab a shower and just doing my laundry right now. Anyways, I also have the luxury of having my laptop in front of me to just refer to my notes. Anyways, last time I checked in was November 23rd at Bishop Falls. So the 24th, I left there. Beautiful sunny day, beautiful, but there was a bit of a head breeze, and so I only got 53 kilometers that day, and it was a grind. All those kilometers that I did was a total grind, but beautiful sunshine. Anyways, I was able to scale out my bike and gear, posted a photo, got a few interesting comments because my weight came in at 185 pounds for the bike and the gear. Anyways, yeah, I got a few comments on that, which has actually sparked a bit of a blog post that I'm working on. So I'm about halfway done a post. I don't know if I'll get it posted tonight or in the next couple of days or whatever, but yeah, I've got a post in the works about weight and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, scaled out my bike on the 24th. Anyways, I just, I pedaled 53 kilometers. I was going to go further, but I knew on the 25th they were calling for rain in the morning, and just before it got dark, I came across this RV park that was closed for the season. The weather was pretty good, and I was tempted to keep going because of the rain, but when I saw these covered gazebos, I thought I can't go past a covered gazebo if it's going to rain the next day, which is a good thing I did. So I pulled in to this park, I set up tent, and then so then the next morning would have been the 25th, and about halfway through taking down my camp, my tent and everything, it did start to rain. By my records on Google Map, it showed that there was a restaurant about 42 kilometers away from this gazebo. And I thought, well, if I can pedal out 42 kilometers and get to this restaurant, then I have a place to dry out, which was kind of the plan from the night before. So basically I went ahead and pedaled into the rain. It wasn't like thunder showers, but it was a medium steady base. Like, I ended up pedaling 42 kilometers to this restaurant, and it rained steady the whole time. I remember wringing out my, actually I put my bar mitts on. I posted a photo of my bar mitts, but bar mitts aren't waterproof, they're windproof. So I ended up like squeezing out like a cup and a half of water out of each glove. That's how much moisture my gloves had accumulated. Anyways, so I made it to this restaurant, 42 kilometers, and it was actually sucked at the rain because I actually flew through those 42 kilometers. Like, I could have done a really good day. Anyways, it turned out to be a good thing I stopped, because that was my meal, and then it rained throughout the whole day, the whole night, and then that's when I scored. Adam, the guy behind the counter, called his boss because I asked him, like, where can I camp here so I can get breakfast in the morning? And that's when he called his boss, and his boss said, is there anyone in room number 1? And nope, give him the room because he'll freeze to death tonight, kind of deal. So that was such a boost, just to be able to get a shower and dry stuff out and everything. I ended up doing like 10 things at once. I had gear spread out across the entire room. I had my tent set up because my tent had been soaked for about the last 5-6 days. So I had the tent set up, I had clothing everywhere, everything was charging, I was watching TV, I was uploading photos to Flickr, you name it. And before I knew it, it was like 1 a.m. And it's like, oh my goodness, 1 a.m. Where am I going to get my sleep? So anyways, went to bed. I think I set my alarm. I'm bike touring and I set my alarm. Set my alarm for 9 a.m. I had a breakfast so big I could barely finish it. And I think, I left Eddie's at 11 a.m. Anyways, huge thank you to Eddie's. They're out of Southbrook, Newfoundland. Actually, that's the one thing I'll say about personally, I'm not really a ma-pa restaurant kind of person. But of course, in Newfoundland, that's kind of what you get. I have been pleasantly surprised. Portions are always good. Prices are always reasonable. Food is always great. So far, I've not had a bad meal in Newfoundland. Not had a meal that I've been disappointed in. So that's the one thing I'll say about Newfoundland is they make great meals and they're reasonably priced. So anyways, I left Eddie's at around 11 a.m. It looked like it was going to be a reasonably good day. I was hoping, after the day before, flying through those 42 kilometers. Anyways, I hit headwinds. It was pretty much a grind the whole day. It was cold, cold, and every stroke was with the bike was a grind. Anyways, only 42 kilometers. I think that's right. Let me just double check. 42 kilometers. I ended up camping off of a logging road, and actually ended up cooking supper. So the third time since St. John's I've actually cooked on the road, which I don't like doing in the cold. I just pulling the stove out, getting it lit, this and that. The wind is blowing. I don't like cooking in the cold. But anyways, that was my third meal I'd cooked, being on the road. Anyways, woke up this morning, pretty cold, kind of. Between yesterday and today, it was really feeling like winter. And headwind again today. The first 35, 40 kilometers this morning were just kind of brutal. I did actually get a really reasonable start. I was actually on the road by 9 a.m. I finally reached a restaurant about 44 kilometers down the road. And just prior to that, so I'm going to say, like I said, 35 to 40 kilometers wind. And then the sun came out, which was so nice to see. Oh my goodness. And then the wind just died, which was a little bit frustrating because I hadn't eaten all day. I actually ran into a local hunter on the logging road, and I said, "Where's the closest restaurant?" And he's like, "Oh, about 20 kilometers down the road." I'm like, "Okay, great." Well, that 20 kilometers turned into 44. And then by the time I got there, of course, I'm starved, but then also the wind stopped. So anyways, I think I probably stopped for a little less than an hour and then got back on the road. Temperatures had cooled down a little bit, but once again, like the wind never came back. And then that's when I made the judgment call. As it got dark, it's like, you know what, I got to keep going. I got to take advantage of this clear sailing. And so I pushed it to Deer Lake and ended up doing kind of my record 88 kilometers. Was not the intention to ever get here tonight. But just you get time where there's no wind, man. Especially out here, you take advantage of that, which ended up being a really good decision because I was able to get another shower, and I'm just doing my laundry right now. And I'm not sure. I'm going to work a little bit on the computer and whatnot. I don't know how late I'm going to go, but probably going to take advantage because Truck Stop has a lounge and everything, so I'm going to take advantage of that and Wi-Fi. So got some emails and some blogging to catch up on. So I don't know what time I'm going to get out and around tomorrow. I mean, you can't sleep in too late, obviously, in a tent in the cold or whatever, but we'll see how many kilometers I get done tomorrow, but that'll be another day. Actually, I should give you guys, the bikers out there, this is something you probably didn't realize. So this is like the $1 million tip for, I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but when it comes to Canada and the United States, and I know this obviously as a truck driver, but when we fuel up at a truck stop, we get a free shower. Now obviously we don't use all those showers, but if you guys are on the road in Canada or the US and you want a free shower, go to a truck stop and approach one of the truckers and say, hey, do you have any shower credits? Because 9.9 times out of 10, they're going to have an extra shower credit. And if you got to go pay for it, it's $15. So just ask them for their shower credit, and you get yourself a free shower. Plus, most truck stops have a laundry facility, so now you're in there already, so you can do your laundry. And as you can see, most truck stops have a lounge, so you can hang out and do your computer stuff. But anyways, truck stops, approach a truck driver and ask them about getting a shower credit. 9.9 times out of 10, they'll like, sure, why not? Because they usually have a bit of a few of them in the bank kind of deal. Now, the only thing I will say, though, is if you take advantage of this tip, don't approach a truck driver until you're actually ready to take your shower, meaning if you're going to set up your tent first, or, you know, get all your, whatever it is, your stuff out for the shower so it's right there with you. Because when he goes in to get you your shower credit, unless there's a waiting line, which 9 times out of 10 there isn't, and if there is, even, you know what I mean, like there's a wait, like, point is when he gives you your free shower, you got to go in for your shower then, because, you know, if there's 10 showers, truck drivers are coming in every couple minutes or whatever, you know, like, who knows when a truck, you know what I mean. Point is when he hands you the ticket, or because it's usually a PIN number or a key that they give you, you need to take your shower right then and there. So you can't just get the shower slip and then go back to your bike and set up camp and yada 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 and come back in an hour. So if you want to take advantage of a free shower, get yourself all ready. Approach a truck driver as he's fueling. Don't bug the guys in their trucks that are sleeping, because they're, you know what I mean. But the ones that are fueling, they got to go in for their receipt, and that's when they can give you your free shower. So, anyways, when I did my first tour, I had no clue, obviously, but as a truck driver, yeah, free showers at truck stops. Just ask a truck driver. Other than that, yeah, I think that's about it. I'll touch base in a few days. Yeah, I think the other thing, you know what, as far as this tour is gone, you know, I typically start fairly late, you know, compared to what, you know, a lot of people do or would do. I mean, this morning I was on the road by 9 a.m., but a lot of times it's between 10 and 11. With limited daylight, that's pretty late. But I typically don't sleep so well. So other than my late starts, though, when I do get on the road, where I end up, the decisions I make as far as, okay, I'm going to camp here, I'm going to go there, everything has gone so perfectly that way. I mean, I realize that things are going to turn and this and that, but as far as my decision making, as far as where I end the day and where I end up camping so far, have just been amazing. Yeah, like I said, probably the thing I need to work on is getting on the road a little bit earlier, but you know, whatever, ride your ride kind of deal. I've never been a morning person to begin with, but other than that, I think that's it. And yeah, I'm in Deer Park, Newfoundland. Trying to think, you know what, I never double checked. I think I'm 300 kilometers and I'm done this province. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I mean, it's 900 across, and I think it's in around 300 left, maybe 280. I think I'm less than 300 kilometers. But anyways, how's the bike holding up? Any maintenance issues? Stephen just asked. Well, so I've had one flat tire. And actually I had, so I don't know, like, you know, I'm not, like, yeah, when it comes to maintenance, like, I mean, I know how to change a flat, and that's about it. probably not the thing I'm supposed to admit to, considering what is in front of me, but I'll deal with that. But I did have an interesting experience this morning, because I've also been trying to be mindful of, you know what I mean, like obviously I don't want a mechanical issue, and I've got, you know, there's, and the bike is brand spanking new, which means things are liable to become loose and whatnot, and you always want to double check for nuts and bolts being tight and this and that. And anyways, I had this really weird experience where a pickup truck passed me, and I don't know, something like the wind caught it in such a way, and all of a sudden it was like it blew me off the road, but it didn't, and something went like, I don't know, whatever. And I stopped the bike right away, and I'm like looking all over my bike, and I discovered that, of all things, probably not, shouldn't confess this kind of stuff, but my rear axle came loose. And my rear axle, and I think it probably had to do with the weight of the trailer and whatnot, but my rear axle came loose on the bike. And I mean, I wasn't going very quick when all this happened, because obviously I'm not pedaling very quick, period. But anyways, I had to just take the trailer off, take the rear panniers off, and yeah, fit the wheel back into the frame or whatever, and tighten the axle. And I think that's yeah, I mean, well, like I said, the bike's brand new, so I mean, technically I shouldn't really be running into any issues. But yeah, so yeah, my rear axle came loose, and a flat tire. Other than that, that is yeah, any maintenance issues. Anyways, Willing's saying thanks for sharing the journey. Hey, I you know what, I enjoy actually doing all this, the documenting and sharing. It's it's quick release, Stephen. Yeah, quick release. That's ultimately probably why it came loose, type thing. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to the biking, when it comes to the camping, when it comes to the documenting, I kind of like all of it equally. Like, some people are all about the biking, some people are all about, you know, whatever. I really enjoy doing all aspects. Definitely the documenting and whatnot. But yeah. Other than that, I think that is about it. And yeah, so I'll connect in a few days or whatever. Thanks. All right, later. Bye.